Welcome back, my creative friends. It's me, Susanna Baker, presenting Wynwood Magazine Podcast. Hi, I'm Susanna Baker. This is Wynwood Magazine Podcast, and as always, we bring you the iconic, the legends, and the trailblazers of Miami and the voices. And with me today is Dr. Lucas Vidal. How are you?
Hi, very nice to meet you.
It's so great to see you. I actually met you in 2019 or 2018. BRITTO had just done that gorgeous dress on the Dolce & Gabbana fabric, and it was auctioned off at a special event that Dolce & Gabbana had and hosted, and the dress went for $1 million, a Romero Britto hand-painted, gorgeous dress, and it wasn't even on Gigi Hadid, and it went for $1 million.
Yes,
and that was when we first met. I just saw the documentary, BRITTO documentary on Amazon, and back then I knew you as a very good friend and confidant of BRITTO, but I found out through the documentary that you are the CEO since 2020 of BRITTO. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. And I want to know, as a doctor, what made you leave the medical field to decide, because honestly, being a doctor is it's a whole different mindset than to go into the creative end of global marketing, licensing, and branding is a whole nother perspective. What made you switch gears?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. And I do remember the event with Dolce & Gabbana. It was a special celebration with Stefano and Domenico, the founders of the brand, and Romero created this one-of-a-kind dress that was auctioned off after for $1 million. Mm-hmm. And now the dress is actually sitting in Mexico. It's in the collection of Carlos Slim.
Nice. Yeah. In the museum?
In the museum, so Mayo.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
But I was in medicine for 12 years, so since I started medical school, and of course I came from Brazil and then did internship here. That's exactly when I met Romero, around 2015, so almost 10 years ago. I worked with him about 6 years already. And then it was at the moment that I was doing my fellowship at Mayo Clinic for 2 years in Jacksonville that I realized that I wanted to do something different. I think I had been doing that for such a long time, and I just wanted to take a different challenge. And I knew that also Romero not only wanted, but he needed somebody by his side that brought fresh ideas, had the level of organization of a doctor, and basically he needed fresh blood, and he needed help to bring his art of joy to the world as he always intended to.
I think that you're so right, and I was, as I started this Wynwood Magazine podcast and, following Romero and seeing all the videos and all the stores openings that are happening, I mean, it is an aggressive approach, and it is a very successful one, and the idea that you sparked off seems to be, every time I look at something in the internet, it is a grand opening. And so I understand that your vision for BRITTO World, it's called BRITTO World, isn't it?
Yes, so when I came on board, before of course leaving the medical world, it's a big decision. My family from mother's side, we had hospitals in Brazil. So to leave that world behind is not that easy. So when I came on board and when Romero proposed to me, I already had a business plan in mind, and I showed, and basically what he did, he gave me a white card and let me run the part of the business while he would be in charge of the creative and the paintings and the fine art, of course, the aspect of creation.
Right.
So back in 2020, when I decided to join, we already had the plan of opening multiple stores because when I asked him what was more important and what was missing in his life, because he's already very well accomplished for a 62-year-old artist, he basically has done every single project and met every single person an artist would want to have. And he also has all the financial success that an artist would want. So what he asked me that he would like to bring his art closer to everybody. That was his mission, which is different than most artists who have their artworks basically in grandiose collections, or they have it secluded to museums.
Right.
So his idea was, because he believes in his message so much, and this is already over monetary, because as you know, he's very successful and this has been for a long time, but he wanted to bring this art of happiness and the philosophy behind it, and why painting happy themes is so important. And nowadays you can see why it's so important, because even
needed.
Yeah, the government, let's say the new president, he talks about how important it is to have positive and uplifting art in museums. Of course, the artwork that depicts the history of the country, of the world is very important, and that includes violence, but also an artwork that shares positivity, hope, happiness. That's as also very important, because that has a direct impact in your lifestyle, in your well-being. So I believe on that, and every single person that works for us, hundreds of people, if not thousands, that work directly and indirectly for us, they believe in this mission, which is to share the joy of life, or share the happiness, make people smile. We know it is something important because we have seen the results, or people coming to us or emailing, or even in the events that we do with Romero, they are sharing how impactful being in contact with the brand or with the artist or with the art have been to their lives in a positive way. So basically our idea was, and plan was, always to bring his art to the most number of people possible.
Right.
Of course, when you go to fine art, Romero's selling paintings, we're selling paintings for over $1 million. If you look in the documentary, this was actually a couple from Canada. They come and they bought $900,000 and they were here recording, so we captured that moment. But in the end, we have
I saw that, the couple.
Yeah, we have multi-million-dollar paintings selling in private auctions. Also, his paintings have been in Christie's, Sotheby's. But those paintings, since they are very expensive, they can't be enjoyed by everyone, or at least the majority of people, right?
Right.
And that's why the importance of having those in museums, in art shows, exhibits, but also you have to come with a consumer good or a product that you can share with the most number of people.
Right.
And that is what the museums are doing nowadays, because if you go to the MoMA in New York, they have amazing paintings from Van Gogh, but then you go to their shop after, and you have posters, you have prints, you have pen, you have all types of... So it's basically the same thing.
Same concept.
So the criticism that Romero has had earlier in his career because of the popularization of the art through consumer goods, every single artist or every single museum is doing that right now with paintings that are multi-million-dollar paintings.
Let's do, yeah. And I have to tell you, Dr. Lucas, who in the right mind as an artist wouldn't want? There's some artists that have the exclusivity and want the just a few, high-end names to say, or galleries or museums. But what Britto did was spread his joy, spread for young collectors. Who could afford a $10,000, $20,000 painting, which is what starts off in a gallery, right? You want to be able to maybe have something special that is unique and different, but at the same time attainable. So to have that inclusivity, that what Britto does, and to bring it all around the world. I've seen the lines, I've seen whenever they know that a Britto store is going to pop up, whether it's a mall, whether it's in Asia, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in the Caribbean, you see the hundreds and hundreds, thousands of people lining up.
Yes.
And they're all different cultures, but they all have the same one thing in common, that they love the brightness, the joy, and that's Britto. And for me, he's spreading Miami all over the world because I'm so happy I live in Miami. Every time I fly somewhere else, you know, I'm a New Yorker originally, but when I come back to Miami to see the bright blue skies and the yellow and the teals in the water and the green palm trees.
Yeah, the colors, the vibrancy.
That's Britto.
The fun.
It's amazing.
He moved here 40 years ago. If you look in our store, so we have even some events for 3 hours, 1,000 people. And that's not just, in the last 2 years, we opened 15 locations.
Wow.
Not just in Florida, but we open in North Carolina, we open in New Jersey, we open in Atlanta, we opened 2 stores in Japan.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah, so, and now we're open, and next year we're going to do franchises, so it will be open for franchise. So people, we are going to select, we already have
That's
a
amazing.
list of interested parties that wanted to open a franchise. So we interviewed them, and we're going to go through the due diligence to make sure that they are the right candidate for opening
I love
their
that.
own BRITTO location.
So you know, that's a great, because that was my next question, was these are all originally owned by Britto?
Yes, all the
Oh,
stores,
by the company.
all the stores that we have as of right now, that we opened the last 2 years, they are owned by BRITTO.
And more or less how many stores?
We have 17 now.
17, wow.
Yes.
And so now that you'll open the franchise next year, that's going to be like...
Yes, and right now we have, for example, we started opening all the Bloomingdale's. So we have a partnership with Bloomingdale's.
I saw that.
Which is huge because it's a nationwide partnership.
Absolutely.
And they have 56 stores, Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
So BRITTO is now also present in all these 56 stores.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you
Yes.
know, I love Britto, and I've always enjoyed, you know, being with you. You really have his back. I'm excited about the Wynwood Magazine Art Basel edition and Miami Art Week edition for 2025, where we're going to have a story which is the most historic artists of the world ever to be licensed and commissioned and branded like Britto.
Yeah, I think the
And
difference.
this young man behind it all, like moving forward, the master plan of just being global. And with the franchises, you will definitely be every corner.
Yes.
Every time I travel anywhere, when I get off from any airport that's in a major city, there's a Britto sculpture greeting me.
Yes, right now you can, if people they don't know what it is, they have seen it, they have seen his art, but they might not know it's a Britto, but that's the idea behind the movie, because now if you watch it, it's either on Amazon Prime or Apple iTunes, you're able to relate to the story, which is the story, whether you like it or not, his art, whether you believe or not in his philosophy, at least you get to appreciate his hardship and the story rags to riches. American
it's a real
dream.
American story.
Yeah, it's an American dream, right? Come from the poverty in Brazil to the slums, from coming to meeting royalties and to be very successful financially. So
absolutely.
I think I do recommend it.
And I think for Dr. Lucas Vidal, it's an American dream of the entrepreneurship, you know, of taking a company that's very successful, but now to take it, because like you said, you know, he was already super successful, super everywhere. Where do you, that's a challenging, goal to take on a branded artist like Britto and now expand it, and what direction. So I really applaud you for doing that. And you look like a teenager. How old are you? Do you say
30,
your age?
I'm 36 now.
36, okay, so you're
But they
young.
still ask me when I go to Milan's to buy alcohol,
They ID you.
They ID me all the time.
I've got to tell you, so you have blessings genetically, blessing mentally, and obviously spiritually. You get Britto, you understand him enough to be his confidant and his CEO.
Even if you see here because the Britto Palace was also an idea that we both had, because before when I met you, you came to the Wynwood location.
Yes.
So we moved in 2020 here. There was nothing. This was and now you have a 2-floor facility we call the Britto Palace. It's
gorgeous.
60,000 square feet, and it's the headquarters. And
that's a bold move for COVID time of 2020.
Yes. And then we purchased the location. So if you see here, it's an amazing place for the staff to come work every day. everybody will have a smile on their faces, everybody's happy here, and they believe in the cause or the mission of the company.
I love it. I thank you so much.
We have many amazing collaborations right now. So one I can tell you,
okay, because I wanted to ask you about it.
It's nowhere yet, but I can tell you we're probably going to be the first place. But we're doing a big collaboration with Skechers for the next at least 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be announced during this Art Basel. But I can let you know already that we're going to have an event with them.
Oh, awesome.
Probably a second one I can tell you is with Fiat. They're launching a new car, so we might have a project with Fiat worldwide. And yes, and we're scheduled to open different locations: Las Vegas, Tampa, like in some other locations in US, and abroad too.
Well, I got to tell you that we want to keep them informed because we're going to come back and let them know more. We're going to be hopefully together in several events, and Art Basel is a big time for us. The issue, Wynwood magazine, you have to get your VIP copy only at VIP previews and like Art Miami, Pinta, Art Basel USB, Context, Aqua, Red Dot and Spectrum. Pick up, if you're a VIP being invited to a preview versionage, you'll be able to read the story of Romero Britto and Dr. Lucas Vidal on global branding and licensing your art, and how the American dream was attained by this wonderful Brazilian big-hearted artist. And maybe for a young artist, what would you say or recommend to a young entrepreneur maybe wanting to help do something similar? Like,
well, I think
it's
you have
really
to find the most difficult you would see in careers, even in Picasso, is to find your own style. So once you find your own style and you believe on it, and you know that people are going to be able to recognize your style, that's when you basically can brand it.
Right.
And you can think about if you want to do consumer goods, if you want to amplify that, or you want to stay. It's more a life decision or career decision. Because Romero could have well decided to just be selling artworks. He didn't need to have a huge operation like this, or we didn't need to be opening stores or doing licensing program. So it's more like a purpose, a career definition. But I recommend that every artist should find their style, a style that people can identify them in whatever they paint, and then they repeat it so that it's branding.
Recognizable.
It's recognizable. And then and that's what many artists have done, including Picasso himself, because before he found his modern style that everybody recognized kind of after Cubism, that's basically how he branded himself, and that's how we remember him. But he did paint differently before. Right. So it took him many years for that.
Well, I appreciate your time. I can't wait to see more and more of BRITTO World. And so tune in, Wynwood Magazine podcast with Dr. Lucas Vidal, and we'll be reading all about it soon on the first week of December. Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.